What's going on, everyone? Gilman with Wellthy Stocks, back with our daily Apple update video, ticker symbol AAPL, where we take a look at how Apple stock traded today, key levels of support and resistance that we are looking at moving into the future, and based on that, what we think Apple stock could do. So real quick, if you enjoy videos like this, don't forget to hit that like button down below, subscribe to my channel if you are new, and comment down below what your thoughts on Apple are, and I'd love to chat with you guys down there. Let me go ahead and hit record and we will get right into the video. So actually, not a great day for Apple, not a great day for the markets overall. Unfortunately, indices were all red. Even the Dow, which was green on the day, went from green to red. So Apple was down $3.36 on the day, about 2.5%. And if we take a look at the indexes, right, it's very in line with NASDAQ, which was down 2.55%. The Dow Jones, which actually ended the day barely red, but still, if we take a look at how green it was at one point in the day, we're talking almost a 400-point drop. And then the S&P was also almost 8% red on the day. S&P red on the day did not surprise me because it's still now at the AEMA, so that's not too crazy. NASDAQ, though, that 2.5% hurt a little bit, not gonna lie. So what exactly is happening? Well, if we take a look at this article, it talks about some things that are taking place. And actually, at the time of this article, Dow Jones was up 300 points, as we saw here, and then eventually kind of gave a lot of that back, right? So it was looking like another all-time high for, it was an all-time high for Dow, and it was looking like a nice green day for Dow, but, you know, a lot of that was given up. So NASDAQ was falling, tech stocks are hit hard after earnings. We haven't really seen crazy follow through with that. If we take a look at companies like Apple, Microsoft, Amazon that have had great earnings this past quarter, we'll see that they're actually, pushing down after the fact. So last year, NASDAQ had a 43.6% gain, its fifth best year ever. S&P was up 16% and Dow was up 7%. Again, after starting strong this year, short correction, the market has rebounded to near record highs, right? So that's what we talk about. And then the rest of this, it just talks about, the coronavirus pandemic and everything else going on. But one thing that I want to talk about, you guys, is look, S&P is still very, very close to all-time highs. We'll take a little bit deeper look into that towards the end of this video. So let's take a look at Apple. And realistically, when I say Apple, you could pick up, a lot of other stocks right now, like Microsoft down 2%. You could take a look at Amazon, it's down over 3%. And the chart will look pretty similar, right? So this is Amazon's chart. They'll fall, try to push up into the levels, fall again. You'll see the exact same thing with Apple. You'll see a fall, try to push up, and then fall again. So don't blame Apple for this. It's the overall market. The market was trading terribly, and that's what we got. So yeah, if we take a look at, the way we were in the pre-market, it didn't look too bad. We were in the high 129s. And I thought, we were going to make a push towards the 130s, like I had said in yesterday's video. But clearly, right out of the gate, right, we went down, we pushed at this 128.54 level, broke below it, and then we tried pushing above it for the better half of the day, the first half of the day. And then second half of the day, we saw another sell-off, and that took us all the way really close to our second level with a little bit of a continuation in the after hours. So not a great trading day for Apple, if I'm being completely honest. If we take a little bit of a look at the history of Apple, right? We had that bull pennant, broke out of that, went all the way high as 130s. We struggled at the 130s, right? We talked about that for a while. Post earnings, we saw it push up to 139, which I was not expecting, sold off. And now we're kind of hovering between the 126s and kind of the 130, 150 or 130, 145 range. So what do we have coming up from levels of support, levels of resistance? The first level of resistance we have coming up, 128.54. Thought that definitely was going to be a stronger level of support. And as we saw, it did hold up as support, and then the market just kind of took another dump. If you take a look at the S&P halfway through the day, it took a massive just free fall. So that was the cause of that. So that would be the first. And then 130 on the downside, 126.60s, which I would like to see hold up. But if it doesn't, I think we have run room down to 125, which I know isn't the level, and then 123.69. So things are not looking too great once again, you guys, especially for tech. And I'm talking about all tech. I'm not talking about just Apple, right? Microsoft, Amazon, Google, I think is the strongest out of the big names, big tech names that I've seen. but they're all not looking good. Below the EMAs once again. Take a look at Microsoft. It's doing a little bit better in that it's on like a steadier kind of path up. But Apple definitely can't say the same. So if you have Apple, I mean, for me, I have Apple. I'm continuing to hold my Apple shares. I have not sold a covered call yet for this week just because today was a crazy red day. So I didn't, I wasn't going to get the credit that I wanted. But I would just kind of warn you guys about something, and that is the QQQ, which is, very tech heavy. The reason I warn you about that is if we take a look, right, we pushed up, we made a high of 342, and since then, we've had some pullback. Now, RSI is at 41, so it's definitely a bit more on the oversold than the overbought side, but it's at a position right now, right? We ended the day here in the 325s, which is between the 328 level and the 322 level, right? So we're in between these two levels, and we really need to figure out where it's gonna go next. Now, another thing I will say is if we go down to 322 and we do not find support there, that could be very critical. We could get ugly from there, in my opinion. Then we have run room all the way down to 300s. Don't think we'll get to 300, but definitely if we break that, then 310s, maybe mid 3-teens, right, is definitely doable. So over the next couple of days, what I'm doing, again, I'm not buying anything, I'm not selling anything, holding on to my Apple shares but not selling anything. I'm trying to take a look at, hey, what happens at this 80. If we look, best case, we see a small green day, we come above the 55 EMA like we've done previously, right here on May 4th, the next day, May 5th, we came back. Even May 6th, May 7th, we came back. So if we come back above this line, right, great, not worried, cool, we'll move on. But if we continue downward, 89 exponential moving average at 322 on the QQQs needs to hold, in my opinion, for things to not get uglier for big tech. Typically, if we go back, right, it's held real nice, back here in late March. Even here in early March, we broke below it, came back above in a few days though. But if that doesn't hold, then in my opinion, we could see a little bit red. More red to come. The reason I say that, obviously Apple being a tech stock is going to have, is going to be impacted by the way that's trading. And same thing with the S&P 500. We're pretty close to all-time highs. So just something to keep in mind is a pullback is definitely something that we could see. It's a little bit more on the overbought side, just like a QQQs are on a little bit more on the oversold side. So keep an eye out for that. Other than that, we don't really have, I think someone mentioned the WWDC where we could see products. I don't personally think that's super Apple heavy, unless I'm mistaken. Let me know down in the comment section. I think Apple kind of does its own events, and that's how we see Apple kind of stock movements based on that. But let me know down in the comment section what you guys think. As always, portfolio was red on the day. I don't know what about you guys, but mine was pretty red on the day. That's okay though, right? We take red days, we take green days. The goal is to make wealth in the long term. So dollar cost averaging in, never a bad idea. Apple stock has been one of my favorites that I've held for I don't even know how many years now, and kept adding to my position. So it's done super well, and I know it's not a nice time for Apple stock right now, but I know that it's Apple, so it'll be back sooner rather than later. That's all I had for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to drop a like, subscribe to my channel, comment down below what your thoughts on Apple are, and I'd love to chat with you guys down there. Let's remember to be a bit better every single day, and until next time.